EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A give to Kamara running right. Room here to run. That he's into the clear. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 65 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ryan. Jones has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Marcus Davenport. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 16-yard touchdown. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hey, wahoo!
Check, nickel, nickel, nickel. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Here we go, 21.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking downfield for Joe, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Over.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
11. Hey, Foxtrot.
On play action, now Breeze. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All day over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Check. Watch 54. All right.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready, blue 80. Back 25.
Keep it up, guys.
On second and 7, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Corner blitz and a sack by Patrick Robinson. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last 2, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a huge one in the NFC East.
Yeah, both teams 3-3. The winner will have the lead in that division. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the pass. Check 13.
You kill. You kill.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And some room to work. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys have now moved out in front. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete to Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw again, Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on third and long, Ryan. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he cuts it right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This will be taken in at the 1.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now the question, what do you do here? Time's not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football, if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Even though the Falcons have been struggling on this losing streak, Austin Hooper, he's doing his thing. He's been one of the beneficiaries of Matt Ryan really slinging the football around. In Week 6 in that loss at Arizona, another big game for Hooper. 8 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Check.
31-yard line.
Check, 59.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out.